Hello, my name is Divine, and I want to welcome you to Divine Solutions, where the soul has the solution. So I start every message by saying, all I know is that I know nothing at all. Because being an empty vessel, that's where you can speak the truth. So I want to start my story by talking to you about why I chose an owl, right? An owl is my totem. I got many totems. I see hawks daily. But an owl always comes to me when a great change is about to happen in my life. And see, unless you are spiritually awakened to talk about animals coming to you and all this type of stuff, most people will think that you're crazy. But I'm telling you, it's real. And they come on point and they come on time. It's really synchronicity what is happening. So the story begins is that I was at marriage counseling and I pulled in the parking lot. And when I pulled in, I noticed 3 deer sitting in the parking lot right by me, which was kind of a little bit strange, but it was a sign, right? And see, most people don't realize that when you see animals, it's a message. It's like a message from the universe, the message from the gods. Like they work through everything because we all one. And so we go to marriage counseling, and I'm sitting in the counselor. This is probably about a 7 session, and backdrop, we had been through 7 marriage counselors. And so she's sitting there, and the lady says, you know what? I don't think there's nothing that I can do for you. There's nothing that I can do for you. We've explored every option, and there's really nothing that I can do for you. And so we're looking at each other. And so I look over to her, and I look at her, and I notice on her knee is like a bruise on her knee. And to me, it made me feel like she was doing something or whatever. But I said it was like a sign. And so we leave out of the marriage counseling, and I'm just like, this is over. Like I kept saying to myself the whole ride home, God, give me a sign. Just give me a sign that I'm right, because I had my emotions involved and my feelings involved. But I was just like, God, give me a sign that it is time to walk away from this. So I kept driving, and I drove down the road, and we went to a major highway, 2-way highway, and I get off on the side of the road. And as I turned off on the side of the road, I had like a slow to the ground sports car. So as I turned off to the side of the road, all of a sudden I see this bird fly down. Now it's 9 o'clock at night, right? No birds I ever seen flying like this ever in life. The bird span had to be at least 6 feet long, minimum, maybe longer. And so I'm driving down the road. It's a side road off of the highway, and the bird is leading me down the road, right? And so I'm following him. He's about windshield height, and I'm following him, and I'm following him. I'm like, this is unreal. Like it was like an omen. It was like God, the universe, was trying to speak to me. And so the bird is leading me down the road. We must have drove maybe about 50, 100 feet. And so then it flies up and it lands on a telephone pole wire. So I said to myself, no one is ever going to believe that this happened to me. No one. So I get out the car, park the car on the side. I get out the car, and as I walk up, I try to get a picture of it, but it has its back to me. So I take a flash, and every time I flash, the flash is popping off and it's shooting. So I take a picture of the bird, and I get a picture of his back. And so I gotta get a picture of his face. So as I get a picture of his face, I look at him, and as soon as I flash, his eyes is yellow, right? And it was an owl, which I have never seen in my entire life. I've never seen a live owl, not once in my entire life. That's why I know that it was God and it was divine. So I'm trying to get a picture, and I'm trying to get a picture. So I turn the video on to get a good shot. And as soon as I do that, it flies at me. And I duck down like this. I go to the side like this, and it hits the feathers hit the side of my ear as it grazed me, right? And all I could say to myself is, holy shit. Oh my God, I can't believe this. Holy shit. Like, it was the craziest thing I said. But I knew it was a sign. I knew it was a sign. I don't know, like, I've never trusted in the universe ever, but I knew it was a sign, right? It was a sign that God was talking to me. So I go home, and as we had been doing for months on months, we get in the argument, and we both just say, it's over. We both just say, we can't do this no more. And I'm just like, you know what? I'm good. As much pain as it cost, I was losing my 3 kids, my family, my whole lifestyle. But I had had enough. I had enough. So I went to sleep, and it was like almost a sense of relief that I'm letting this go. Like, it's time to let this go. Like, it's time for you to do what you need to do. And so I went to sleep. I woke up in the morning. And in the morning, I hear, ooh, ooh, ooh. And so I'm still sleeping, and I don't want to get up yet. And I hear it again. Ooh, ooh, ooh. And so eventually the sound got so loud that I had to open my window and look in my backyard. And this is the middle of the morning during daylight. And most owls are never out during the day. And I looked out in the back of my yard, and sure enough, an owl was there. And from that day on, I believed. I believed. Because the owl is the bringer of wisdom, the bringer of truth. And I found that the owl always comes to me when a great change is going to happen in my life. I've witnessed him every time, every major change that has come in my life, an owl has shown up. Like, it's almost like when I hear him, I know the changes are coming. And it may sound crazy to most people, but that's what I'm trying to say is you got to trust the synchronicity of it all. You got to believe that God is guiding you, that the divine is guiding you. You got to believe in that. And see, for most folks, they don't believe. They don't trust their intuition. That burning feeling in your stomach. Trust your intuition. Don't believe in what these people say. Don't believe in people will say. Because people live through ego. People live through ego. When you are divinely guided, nothing that forms against you will prosper. I want you guys to follow me, because I'm going to take you on a journey. I'm going to tell you stories, and I have so many stories that I can share with you. It's going to change your world. But I need you to follow me. Click the like button. Understand what I'm talking about. Let's give me a chance, because I'm going to show you the truth. I'm going to show you what you're going through. I'm going to help you if you just awaken it. I'm going to make the journey. I can't even say I'm going to make it easy, but at least I can give you some tools that I never had. I'm 54 years standing strong in this earth. And what I'm trying to tell you is that this spiritual warfare is real. It's real. And if you ain't ready, and you don't know how to fight, we can fight on this plane. We can fight on earth, and you could probably beat somebody up with your hands, but you can't fight in the spiritual world unless you're prepared, unless you have tools, unless you know what they look like, because they come with smiles. They come as your girlfriend, your wife, your husband. They come at you, and they trying to take everything that you have. If you're a real light being, they trying to take everything you had, your soul, your light. They hate you. And all I'm trying to say to you is this: be of the light. Be of the light. Share your gift. Share your jewel. God got you here for a reason. The universe got you here for a reason. What's your purpose? Right? How you going to change the world is what I'm trying to say. Like, I'm trying to change the world. God called me to tell you a story. He called me to tell you that there's light within you. There's light within you. Don't let the darkness win. And with that, I'm tapping out.